Hi, welcome to the Medicare Show. I'm your host and Medicare advisor, Jeffrey Kuhn. I just finished doing a podcast on CPAPs. And, I think, and I'm always, what are the calls I'm getting this week? What's stressing people out? What's causing angst with our clients and people that we know that depend on us for Medicare advice? And one of the things that is a new year, there's a lot of changes with prescription drug coverages. And we were talking in an earlier podcast about starting a series on it. And I was going to go through some specific drugs. I had a client that was recently prescribed Eliquis, Repatha. It's after the first of the year. And some of the things that happen in 2025, and we've been dealing this with for almost a month now. Pharmacists don't know anything. I hate to say this when it comes to your insurance. They just say, read what the computer tells me, They call it a copay. And I probably mentioned this in another video. If your drug plan has a deductible, doesn't matter, if it's 300, 400, 500, close to 600, which is the max that Medicare allows to charge, you're going to be told it's a copay 90% of the time. They just don't know. They just say, here's what you owe, and people flip out and go, oh my God, I can't pay this every month. I want to get the prescription. And you've got to look at your plan and understand, do you have a deductible for tier 3 or higher? And I've got clients that have only been on tier 1s and 2s, and all of a sudden, mid-January, they get prescribed a tier 3, and the question comes up, what do I do? I go, let's look at the prescription, because there's a couple things we have to figure out. Even though there's a $2,000 out-of-pocket max, will you hit your stop loss earlier in the year because there's a calculation that's used? You may not end up paying that. Is it cheaper to get that prescription if it's available in a 90-day script? How's this going to work? And affordability, right? That's a big thing, because this comes down to the question of, do I pay the deductible out of pocket right up front, depending on what I have for other prescriptions? Now that the first of the year has come around and everybody's gotten some paperwork or seen paperwork, a lot of people still aren't aware of what the Medicare prescription payment program is and how it works. Can I enroll in it? And I sat down with a couple this past week and I said, you've got a couple options right now. You can either just pay it out of pocket if you can afford it, pay the deductible, and then you're going to pay 90 days, copays, which in the insurance they had, it was only going to charge them 2 copays. They get a free month. And you can do it that way, or you can still sign up anytime during the year. That was the big question. I've had a lot of people call, say, can I enroll in the Medicare prescription program, and how do I do it? The pharmacies don't know. Last year we thought, well, it's going to be through the pharmacy. It's the insurance companies that are administering it. You can call your insurance agent or your insurance company. You can request the paperwork to enroll in it. The way that it works, just as a reminder, with the Medicare prescription payment program, they will take your estimated cost each month and divide it by the number of months left in the year. So let's say it's January. You get all of a sudden prescribed to tier 3 and you got to get it filled. You can contact your insurance company. They will take the deductible. They will take your estimated cost for the year, and they're going to divide it by 11 months. That's how many are left, and that's what you're going to pay. The next month, they divide it by 10. So you may owe a little bit more, you may owe a little bit less, but you can enroll in this at any time during the year. So don't worry, oh my God, all of a sudden I got prescribed this prescription I didn't have in the beginning of the year. You're still eligible to enroll in the Medicare prescription payment program. So don't worry about it. Just make a decision. A lot of times it's easier if you can just pay it out of pocket, and be done with it. Don't worry about it. If you've got a high cost of drugs and you know that you're going to hit your $2,000 out of pocket max limit, your insurance agent should be able to tell you this. You should know this. The most you're going to pay is $167 a month every month for your prescriptions for the entire year. So that's about the limit. But don't worry if you get prescribed something that's after January, you can still enroll in the program. You definitely want to get information about the prescriptions so you know what tier it is with your insurance company, because it might be different depending what company you have, and their formularies may work differently. They're not all the same. So you want to have a strategy through the year how initially, that's the biggest speed bump, we'll call it, when it comes to financial outflow because of deductibles for a lot of those expensive prescriptions. But don't worry about it. You can enroll in it. If you have questions, by all means, please reach out. You can call us. You can email us. Our contact information is below. And as always, please share this with somebody that you might think it's helpful for, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.